Welcome to this presentation where I'm going to show you the oval and the primitive oval tool. So I have the oval tool selected, which is it's stacked under the rectangle tool. So you might see something like that. You will want to press on this key, on this button, and you'll see the oval tool, which you could access pressing the O key on your keyboard. And the only option that changes as compared with the rectangle tool is the oval options. So so the three options which I have is the start angle, the end angle, and the inner radius. I will set all these options to 0. I'll press the shift key on my keyboard to draw a circle. And the reason why I press the shift key is because I wanted to draw a perfect circle. So if I wanted to draw a oval, I'll release the shift key and you could draw anything you want. So I'll just press Ctrl Z to undo it, and I'll bring it onto the center. Okay, so this is the oval, and now we are going to discuss the difference if we change the angle values. So the start angle determines this angle right here. So I'm going to grab the brush tool. So we'll also learn the brush tool in the process. Those Photoshop users which are very familiar with Photoshop might know the brush tool very well. So I'm going to change the fill color to white, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the oval, and the start angle determines this angle right here. So this angle right here. So how much this angle is. And if you're not getting what I'm trying to say, just hold on for a moment and it will be pretty clear to you. Now I'm going to significantly change the start angle to 90 degrees so that it's pretty visible to us. And I'm going to press the shift key once again and draw something. Oops, I have the fill selected to white, so I have to change it to black. And now I'll draw. And now I think it's pretty clear that this angle is 90 degrees, this angle right here. So I hope the start angle value is pretty clear to you. Before demonstrating the end angle, I'll change the start angle to 0 again, and I'll first demonstrate the inner radius value. So what is inner radius? I'll increase it to about 5 units, and now I'm gonna draw something. In fact, let me increase it significantly to about 20 units, and when I draw it, you can clearly see that there is a circle inside of another circle. Basically, it's a pie-like thing, and the inner radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the radius of this thing, the edge right here. So it basically draws two circles, one inside another, but this is not a circle drawn, it's a blank space. So you get this pie or disc-like image, a disc-like image which would be useful if you are drawing CDs or something like that. So I think this value is pretty clear. And last but not the least, I'm going to bring it back to 0 again, and the end angle. So the end angle also is similar to this thing right here, this angle. So I'm going to change the end angle to 90 degree, and you'll straight away understand the difference between the start angle and the end angle. So I'm going to draw something. So the end angle draws the remaining part of your pie. So this drawing could be something like, it looks like Pac-Man to me, but anyways, I'm digressing. So the end angle determines what you draw at the end. So whatever the start angle would do, the exact opposite the end angle would do. So you draw the remaining portion of the pie with the help of the end angle option. So I think the oval tool is pretty clear. Now I'm going to select the oval primitive tool, and the exact rules apply of the rectangle primitive tool. I'm going to select this object, press the oval primitive tool, and I'm going to draw one more oval. But now I have the option of modifying the start angle and the end angle right on the fly, the inner radius, and I could update those dynamically. So I hope you get the difference between the primitive and the non-primitive ones, both of the rectangle and of the ovals. And the last tool stacked under the rectangle tool is the Polystar tool, and it's used to draw polygonal objects. Alright, so these are the options of the Polystar tool. You get it by clicking the options button right here, and the style is polygon. You could select it to a star and then you draw it and you get five-sided star. I'm going to press Ctrl A and delete just because I wanted to explain it much better than this. So you get a star here, and now if I select options once again, if I deselect first I click on the pasteboard and then I click on the Polystar tool once again. I go to options, and now I can increase or decrease the number of sides in the star. So it could be 7, and I could draw a 7-sided star, and I'm gonna again deselect by clicking here and then going here again. I'm gonna press option once again, and I'm gonna select polygon right now, and I'll draw a 7-sided polygon. So I hope the Polystar tool is pretty clear, and that perhaps concludes the drawing tools, although I have not mentioned about the brush tool and the pen tool, which we will do in the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed, and see ya.